अच्छे अच्छे डिजाइन बेचते हैं और इतने अच्छे अच्छे काम बेचते हैं और हमारा काम आगे जाता है, हमें बहुत अच्छा लगता है, हमारा नाम आगे जाता है। हम उनको बहुत धन्यवाद देते हैं और हमारे हस्बैंड भी खुश रहते हैं, मैं भी खुश रहती हूँ। और आंचल से हमें यही मिला है कि हमारे बच्चे भी अच्छे रहते पाते हैं और मेरे मतलब मैं जो कमाती हूँ आंचल से, जो मेरी लड़की आज कॉलेज गई ना आंचल।
Hello, my name is Shadia.
Rusha is Sama Nadia Viven.
Your school.
Your good.
Pancho.
Your staff.
Your staff.
Dhanyawad. Thank you.
Okay.
Hi everybody, I'm Loka Narota. I'm sitting here with the incomparable Colleen and Maggie Kleins, who are the co-founders, the co-soul, and the full heart of Anchal Project. I am so excited to be with you today on the 10th anniversary of Anchal Project. Congratulations from everybody, right? And I'm your Oprah Winfrey today, so I am just kicking off segment number 1, and I can't be Oprah without saying, welcome to Anchal Project! So 10 years, so I met Colleen 10 years ago, and through your Aunt Susan, who was a teacher at my kids' school, elementary school, and she introduced me to Colleen saying, you will not believe what my niece is doing with these incredible quilts that she's having made in India. And I'm like, you go to India all the time. Let me see that. Let me see just exactly what's going on over there. And I was immediately blown away by your design, by the quality. It was like nothing that I was able to buy in India because the quality was so good. And I've seen you over the years go from that handicraft, kamba kind of quilt style to your own designs, which is like, come on, women, unmodel yourselves and show us what you're made of, what you've really done over the last 10 years. And so I've seen you grow into from, the kamba quilts and the pillows to your own design quilts. You have those two beautiful jackets, right? And then my pride is all of your partnerships with brands from anthropology to Urban Outfitters to Mayflower to the Guggenheim Museum, right? Hello. So we're coming to you from Whitehall on Lexington Road. We're inviting you to shop your guts out today. I'm not Oprah, so I can't give you a card, but I will say that my pledge tonight is number one, that you're going to be wowed by Andy Cohen, everything they've done and everything that's happening in India. And number two, I'd like to just offer to the next 10 people who spend $100 or more on the website that I would like to donate a scarf to you for yourself, or that you can be gifting. So shop, 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 and I hope you love your new scarf too. All right, so ladies, what can we expect tonight?
Yeah, so it's going to be a really fun night. We are going to get some interviews with the artisans that I did on Zoom beforehand, which is really exciting to do it live and be able to communicate with people. And then we have some styling expertise, some fashion styling, some tableware styling, and a whole bunch of other customer testimonials and more interviews, and our guests will continue to learn more.
Yeah, we can't wait to share with you all the exciting little segments we have planned.
And just really quickly, I know you're going to be talking about this throughout the night, but 10 years. What's one high point for both of you? 10 years old.
I think one of my favorite memories was when Maggie and I went to India the first time. And the first time, like, we walked in to see the artisans together. That was really special.
Yeah, and I would say just getting to see the progress and the impact that this company makes, and hearing the stories, and we can't wait to share them with you, because I think those memories, those moments where 10 years later, you're seeing, the impact of every purchase you've made, and then also, you're seeing second generation impact, and artisans joining, like the daughters, it's phenomenal. So I can't wait.
Yeah.
For everybody to see their faces and their stories.
Yeah, so I'm the mother of two daughters, and I love that we're two sisters who've been working on this together. And tell us what's behind BB. What's the word BB to you guys?
So DB, when I first was in India and we were in the workshop, I heard DB, DB, DB. I'm like, what does that mean? And it means sister. So we call each other affectionately DB in the office. The artisans call each other sister, and I think we just look at this Anchal as a global sisterhood.
Awesome. So however you identify today, you are our BB. Thanks for joining us. In addition to shopping, we're also going to be raising some money, just some good old-fashioned money, to keep the enterprise going, to keep the programs in India going, and to bring you product as high quality and as cheaply as possible. We're looking to raise $5,000 tonight. That means 3 sponsors to sponsor individual artisans, and we're looking for 5 sewing machines. So enjoy your time on the site, and we'll come back to you later on in the evening. And now we're going to watch a little bit about how Anchal began. Yeah.
I was a graduate student at Rhode Island School of Design. I was 24 years old and took a trip to India for 10 days in Kolkata, and was just totally blown away by the culture and the people that I was meeting. This class that I was taking that took me to India at that point was called Design for Development. And we were charged as designers and artists to work with communities to create solutions to systemic issues. And as I was wandering down the streets, I was witnessing women taking clients into small rooms and homes that they lived in, which were the size of smaller than most American closets. Then, as we navigated towards the end of the alley, met with the NGO, where there was a group of little children all gathered as a safe place, and during that conversation is how Anchal started to begin.
I think it was my spring break. I went to go volunteer and help my sister out with this fundraiser. I was like, what are you doing? At that same time, I was kind of exploring my journey in architecture at the University of Kentucky, and so this was an eye-opening experience of how I can use design in a different way and kind of create a maybe more unique experience in life and career and make an impact outside of architecture. Our architecture and design background was our unique perspective entering the nonprofit world. With design thinking, we really work on quick iterations, being really free-flowing with our ideas, and including empathy and focusing on, you know, the individual rather than the product. So there was a lot of like unique perspectives and tools that we learned from school that really allowed us, I think, to kind of begin to set ourselves apart as a really unique brand within the sector of like social enterprise and nonprofit.
I think a big part of what I learned in landscape architecture classes was sustainability and really caring about the environment and learning about major systems, you know, like vegetation and migratory patterns, you know, so like really considering big environmental issues. So when I started learning about the textile industry, it became very clear to me that sustainability was carried over, and a big part of what we do is to look at it as a big system that we are a part of and wanting to work as best practices as we can in terms of from the perspective of the environment. Anchal is the edge of the sari. It means literally shelter and protection. So often the women will wrap their babies in the edge of the sari and provide comfort and love. So that's the metaphor that we came up with for our organization, really.
Daughters are getting into business. So I'm going to send those to a bunch of other transplants that are moving up there. Hey, welcome back. My name is Jason DeMello, and I am a professor in entrepreneurship at Royal Marymount University. And I became a board member of Anchal this past year. Very excited to be on the board and be here. Welcome. And the mission for Anchal really resonated with me because as a first generation American with family from India and having done my PhD here in school, seeing that connection between the two places that are so near and dear to my heart makes it really, really simple. I'm just really excited about that. So
We're happy to have you. Thanks for being a part of it. Yeah.
I got my first promotion here.
I know, you're all decked out. We're having twins, actually.
So, as a business professor, I want to talk to you guys about numbers.
Absolutely.
And I want to talk about the key metrics. And where are we right now?
Yeah, so since 2010, I was the main employee at Anchal. We've impacted over 1,700 individuals, children, and family members. We have sold to over 11,000 customers, which is pretty amazing in all 50 states and around the world. And those amazing customers have purchased over 50,000 business products. So it's quite a bit of amazing handfuls of people.
Incredible. Great numbers. I want to talk about the first product. My class is talk about students who are now working on their first product and launch the market. So what was the product that got you guys started?
So it all started with the traditional content. I'm going to grab it here. So this piece is what we started with. Not exactly one, but it's all hand stitched with vintage saris. So each line is hand done by the artisans that we work with, and this is the piece that we started with. And then from there we evolved to different pieces that were hand stitched with organic cotton, like the pieces that we're wearing now. But this is the origin. This love.
Beautiful.
Yeah. And each piece is signed by the artisan that we did.
No way.
Yeah. So one of our artisans, we teach, she said she probably want to travel the world, but she knows she's her name. So they love knowing that their products are around the world. They love sharing photos of where they end up, our customers, models, photography. It's really fun to share that with the community. Yeah.
Wonderful. So there's a story behind each product, and you've got customers all around the world that are repping Anchal. We're going to see some videos from them later on today. And rather than looking at the past, going future-wise, what do you guys need as an entrepreneur? What is the ask that will help you get to the next level?
So what's incredible, speaking about numbers, is that as a nonprofit social enterprise, we're funded by over 75% through product sales, but we just need a little bit of extra support through donations. So that really does help. Every donation. Right now we're trying to raise money for sewing machines for the artisans. So like we've evolved from this piece, which didn't require a lot of sewing machines, but now the other pieces do. So we're looking to purchase 5, which each of them are $250. And you can buy $25 worth of that sewing machine today, or purchase the whole thing. And that really helps support artisans and our program.
All right, so audience, we need 5 sewing machines. If you have the means and you want to contribute, it doesn't have to be the full 250 if you contribute towards it. But please make a donation and help get more equipment so we can produce more beautiful products and help people in India. So let's go to a video from the artisans in India themselves and hear from Hitesh and Vinod.
When I look back 10 years back, living with a very poor situation, poverty, they were so marginalized from the society. Their life, their children life, their family life, everything. And now I see their skill. It is amazing. It is amazing. You have been a great resource and continuously supporting the cause, and I think really it was so good to know you, your family. You have imagination, something you always dreamed, imagined, is actually coming true.
Yeah.
So thank you very much, Colleen. Thank you very much.
One day I get this call or email from unknown people in the United States saying that you are working with sex workers and we want to start some production, some kind of a livelihood program with them. But of course, we wanted our women to find some means of livelihood because we were always talking to them about having a good life of dignity and independence, and do the right things and live well and give good life to your children. But just mere talking doesn't help. So you need somebody to give you that support and that sustenance. So they explained to us what the idea was, what the plan was, and I thought, wow, this is the thing we are looking for. This is something, it is like God sent. Suddenly, like, we have all the things in place with one big piece of puzzle missing, and now this lady is there to say, okay, we are here to fill up this gap. And that's how we started.
I always tell everyone that you are my Indian family, and that it has been so wonderful to have our friendship. Yeah, for sure.
I have loved the way you and Maggie have become part of our family. I have so admired your commitment and vision of empowering these women.
Welcome back. I'd like to introduce a key member of the Anchal team, the head seamstress, Brent.
Hi guys.
So Brent, what do we have in store? What are some of the new designs for you?
Yeah, so over the last few months we've been working really hard to bring 2 new products. So I'm wearing one of them, our robes. We have in 3 colors, and then our hoodie. So we're kind of trying to do some more comfort pieces since a lot of us are. Yeah, we're almost the time at home. We're trying to bring the quilts to your body. So this one is a thinner kind of sheet. We've got the thicker cotton that's more like wearing quilt. So
Yeah, it's super comfortable.
right?
Great.
Yeah, nice and cozy.
Good for quarantine.
Yes.
Good COVID.
That was kind of the goal. We designed stuff that we wanted to wear. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at. But yeah, so we do that in our studio here in Louisville.
Okay.
They stitch all the fabric and send it over from India, and then we construct all the pieces.
How is it working with the team across the board?
Yeah, it's phenomenal. I mean, it's really fun collaboration. It's a great story that more than one woman is a part of. I mean, and that woman who tied the others and put these pieces together.
Yeah.
Then
And Maggie is the creative director. And can you talk about where your work has ended up through the success story of your design?
Absolutely. So it's been a long journey. Like Colleen said, we started with one quilt. And over the years, we've been introducing our own designs and really trying to push the limits of what you can do with stitching. You know, it's like, you look at it, you're like, this is a quilt. Here we go. So we're trying to constantly evolve the design. And we work with brands like Anchal and Anchal. And this season, we actually launched a bedding line with Brooklyn, which is a luxury and they actually have a quilt that's very similar to your hoodie.
Okay.
And then we also in 2018 working with the Guggenheim Museum, so we did a custom collection with them. So we love working with these bigger brands, giving them an opportunity to give back to artisans and give back to fair trade products and diversify their product offering. So it's been a wild ride, and we love Urban Outfitters and since 2013. So it's fun and it's kind of limitless partnerships.
Okay, so I have a confession.
Yeah.
I'm actually multitasking right now. I'm
Uh-huh.
supposed to be teaching a class.
Okay.
And my class is watching this.
Oh, perfect.
So as head seamstress and designer, do you have any advice on design for new entrepreneurs that are out there or anybody?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think, stay true to yourself, really listen to your customers, hear what they want, and design, when we design, we base it all on what our artisans can do. So it's all about their skill sets. Over the last 10 years, it's really, the product has changed and shifted as their skill set has improved. So I think with our design thinking background and keeping empathy at the center of all the choices and designs that we make, empathy for our artisans and customers alike. So to me, I think that's the most important thing.
Wonderful. Now we're going to turn to a video more about the principles of design.
Because we use design thinking and empathy, and we are dedicated to being a nonprofit, the artisan is always at the center of what we do. So slowly we began to diversify our product line based on their advancement of skills. And so as that has come along, we moved from just simple quilts and pillows to more complicated quilts and toiletry bags and more complex pieces and more intricate stitching. A lot of the inspiration for our product comes from work of the artisans and is inspired by their designs. They'll make little products at home and make suggestions for us, and they give us a lot of feedback on the product too, on how to make it better. So they're very much involved in the design process as well. We typically start a collection with a quilt, and then from there we'll pull little elements into the accessories, into the wearable pieces from there.
From the beginning, we've been very fortunate to have some great collaborations and partnerships. We did a collection with Urban Outfitters and a line of apparel. One of our other big collaborations and partnerships was with Dining for Women. And then from there, we started going to New York for trade shows, and that really shifted the game for other collaborations.
We had a partnership with Madewell where they were launching their first ever fair trade denim line, and so our quilts were the backdrop to the denim line in all of the storefront windows across the country and some in England. And then we've worked now with Anthropology, and then we had a collaboration a few years ago with the Guggenheim Museum. They asked us to design a custom line in conjunction with their exhibit of Hilma af Klint's work. And that was a dream project. They were super supportive of our creative journey. Hilma's work is some of the most amazing, I think, I've ever really spent time with. And so we worked with them on custom cocoon jacket and quilts and scarves and bags. So that was really an amazing collaboration. And then most recently, we just launched a collection with Brooklinen, which is a luxury bedding brand out of New York. That project was incredible. They are so supportive, and the amazing story behind this collaboration was that it allowed our artisans to work during the pandemic shutdown. So India had a nationwide lockdown for 2 months, and our artisan and project assistant team were working from home making these pieces. We were able to continue paying our artisans throughout the entire lockdown. Our artisans became the sole provider, and many still are, the the only ones making money at this point. So it was not just like an amazing, like glamorous partnership with a really great supportive brand, but it really made a difference for our company at this point too. Yeah. Welcome back. We have a new friend, one of our greatest friends, Marina McDonald. She's an amazing stylist here in Louisville, Kentucky, and we're so honored that she is joining us now. And she's done some styling with some of our pieces. So tell us all about it.
Yeah, so I basically wanted to take some of my favorite Anchal pieces and kind of style them for holiday look. And so basically I mixed in plaid and print for different pieces and like the tour jacket.
Well, I love it because I'm wearing it.
We have the tour jacket and we have a mix of print and then obviously the mask, which I know is obviously a big accessory for us this season.
Yeah, can't go wrong with a new mask.
Yeah. Awesome. And then next is Natalie, and we have her in plaid as well, and a mini skirt. And so I really wanted to do some longer layers with this.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, and the plaid shirt and the good jacket.
Yeah, I like the plaid and the gray tone mixed with the charcoal.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Plus another little mask.
Yes. The mixed thread, yes. Lots of mixed thread.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah. And then we have next Kate, who is also in a mixed print as well. We took the poncho and we basically melted just one side and left the other side free, and we mixed the print with it.
Yeah, I love the melting of the poncho. That sounds so fun.
Yeah.
You know that poncho, Iris Haskell bought it.
Oh wow.
We met her during one of the trade shows in New York, and she fell in love with it. So you're wearing something. So I like I'm with her.
Yes, I love it. Yeah, and she's always been wearing a mask, and I don't know if you guys want to talk a little bit about the mask as well.
Yeah, so the masks were quite a shift for us, and early in April when the pandemic started affecting all of us, we decided to try our hand at masks. We prototyped them in a couple days and launched them, and immediately started selling about like hundreds of masks. And so it ended up, because our team in India was on lockdown, we ended up making them here in our Louisville studio. Colleen and I were making them till 2 in the morning. Yeah, you helped us. I were there too. So it was a huge community, volunteer, amazing staff effort, and we sold over 7,000 masks since April. So really amazing opportunity, and we've been able to, that project allowed us to continue to support artisans during the lockdown, which was huge, and we're super grateful for the community that allowed that to happen.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, great.
So they're also available on our website, and then we sell them on Madewell's website and through a bunch of our different retailers. So it's been great. Yeah. Well, now I think we're going to head back to a video clip. And this one was actually from a behind the scenes from our photo shoot with Clay Cook, where you were also styled. Yeah. Exciting.
Okay, welcome back. And I'm going to try to speak slower and more clear because I know it's hard to hear through the mask. But we appreciate you all still staying with us. And I'd like to introduce a fellow board member to talk about something really, really cool. So, Kate.
Hi, everyone.
And you are a board member, and I want to ask you, what is an artisan sponsor?
Well, an artisan sponsor. What a great question, and what such an important part of Anchal's journey. So, being or participating in the sponsorship program is a direct relationship with one of the artisan sponsors. So for me, my artisan is Tita. I think I've been sponsoring her for like 6 years. It's been a while. We've had a very intimate relationship, more on my part, thankfully. So by sponsoring an artisan, you can sponsor for a week for $25, or you can sponsor anywhere for a full year, which is $1,200. And that sponsorship, it supplies the artisan with access to workshops and health benefits, and it's a really more holistic approach and support for the artisan. I really, as much as I give, I'm getting so much more in return. So it's an important and really joyful part of Archal experience.
And how have artisans been doing during COVID?
Yeah, so it was an interesting moment. Like I said, Colleen and I, when the pandemic hit, I think we were kind of workshopping worst case scenarios. But we were really blessed, I think, with the Brooklyn in partnership. When India was entering its 2-month lockdown, we were able to send work home with them. So we were able to pay and continue to employ women during that period because of the mask making and the Brooklyn in partnership. And they returned to the studio in the beginning of June and have been back to work, and it's been pretty wonderful. So we're really grateful for all the. I think the most amazing part is that we've been able to find out that all of the artisans that work with us have been able to support their families solely through Anchal. So their husbands are not working, their family members are not working, their Anchal artisans are the only ones working, and they are literally feeding their families through this. And it continues to be. Yeah, we had a 10-year celebration, just Colleen and I, and we jumped on a call with the artisans on a Zoom call, and it was lots of celebrating, and their main point was thank you for purchasing, thank you for supporting our work, because without it, we wouldn't be able to feed our families. So it is, every purchase everybody makes today, tomorrow, through the holiday season, is a meaningful point of these families. So we're really proud of that. Well, and part of being the artisan sponsor is you get letters from Colleen, and it kind of goes into what is going on with her artisan. That was one of the items that was addressed in my letter about Sunita was during the pandemic, her husband, who's a mechanic, has not been working, and so Sunita has been able to support her husband and her children, and it really has been a impact beyond Sunita. So this was really powerful to see here.
Yeah, and you'll get to see the artisans in these videos. And what's cool about today's event is that we're able to do that. We're able to bring this live event together with the story in India and see the impact that it has. So thank you for being artisan sponsor.
Oh my gosh, no, it is a pleasure. It really is.
It goes a long way, folks. So are we looking for artisan sponsors today?
Absolutely. Well, I myself will be sponsoring Sunita again. Yes, absolutely. I invite anyone who's able to sponsor a week, sponsor a month, sponsor a year. The letters that you get really, really create a wonderful connection, and we really can see how your sponsorship is truly helping the artisans.
And all this information is on our website. So go check it out, learn how to be a sponsor, learn the benefits, and how your donation is.
Okay, so we have 2 opportunities now to support. We need sewing machines and we need artisan sponsors. All right, why don't we go now to another video?
Yeah, sounds good.
Hi, my name's Amy DeSimone. I'm the founder of Birdie, a new home and lifestyle shop based in Beacon, New York. I was immediately gravitated towards the Klein sisters. They just have the most amazing energy, and they bring that to all their design. But why I love them so much is really just the hand-stitched human touch that all of the products have. I don't know if I could pick a favorite, but I'm just thrilled to have you guys in the shop, and congratulations on celebrating 10 years. What an accomplishment. Love you guys.
Hey, my name's Jania and I own Lore in Providence, Rhode Island. And Anchal was one of our first brands when we first opened. We carry Anchal because we love that they support economic empowerment for marginalized communities. And one of our biggest goals is to carry a lot of fair trade brands like Anchal. And one of our favorite products from Anchal is our Crescent Moon quilt. This is one of our favorites because it's super versatile. You can have it hanging as a wall hanging or use it as a throw on a bed or a couch. And we love that it's handmade from organic cotton material and the kantha stitching that is used to create the design.
Hi, I'm Jenna.
And I'm Julia.
And we're from Palm & Perkins in Berkeley, California.
We've been working with Anchal Project for about 3 years now, ever since we first started our store.
We purchased from Anchal Project because aside from their amazing social mission, we love their minimal, modern, and unique designs.
And our customers do too.
We're excited to continue working with you for the next 10 years and beyond.
Happy anniversary, Anchal Project! Woo!
Congratulations!
Shakuntala, how are you? Nice to see you.
Fine. She wants to say something to you. I love you, Pauline ma'am.
Oh. I love you too.
कर रहे हैं हम आपको अब थोड़ा देखो आप अपना चेहरा यहाँ देखो मिस कर रहे हैं आपको बहुत they are missing you a lot they
I know. Same. I wish I could come visit. I miss you. I love you too.
love you too ma'am. Yeah. She's saying that in last 10 years she has gained more confidence. She is able to educate her own children, and it's the best thing and thing which she has earned, and it's from Anchal. जब कॉलिंग मैडम का हमने सबसे फर्स्ट वाला बर्थडे मनाया था वो जब वो पेश आई थी साथ में कॉलिंग मैडम के साथ वो सबसे अच्छा था हमारे लिए सबसे फर्स्ट टाइम था जब मैं कॉलिंग मैडम से मिली थी और उनका बर्थडे मनाया था That was they celebrated your first birthday here. That is her.
Yeah, that was fun. We did dancing and the cake, and they made me dress up. That's fun.
She is really confident after joining here. She self-confident. Children are now 11th and 12th. She has as a person she has developed a confidence that is the best she has earned from after joining Anchal. She wants her children to be on their own and earn their own good meaning job or something. So they don't have to face whatever she has gone. And her son just passed 12th and got an admission in a technical.
Really? That's amazing. Oh.
Thank you to everyone, and she said people they are putting all the effort to make a beautiful product which you all should buy more and more.
All right, we're back again. This time we're joined by Ashley Buchan, our e-commerce manager. She is our
go-to guru of everything of the website that you see. And right now we're going to be talking about our favorite gifts and gifts that give back. So we all have a big shopping list for Christmas and the holidays coming up. So today we're going to talk about little gifts that are our favorites.
Yeah. So my favorite gift this season is our new note cards. So Anchal, I don't know if you know this, but Anchal was actually the first money we ever raised was by selling notebooks and note cards at the RISD Art Fair. So we decided to go back to our roots and design some note cards. So we have a set of 6, and the designs are actually of our quilts. So maybe you don't want to make that purchase of a quilt yet, but you can write some letters and share the designs and the mission with our little set of 6 note cards. I love them. I can't wait to send all my Christmas cards with the Anchal quilt.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, so one of my favorite gifts, I really enjoy our coin purses. So they're really great for just storing your loose change in your bag, or maybe you have some loose headphones, or I really like to store chapstick and lipstick in my bag to keep it from rattling around. And the cool part about it is they're made with 0 waste. So a lot of times when we make our products, we have tons of scrap fabrics left over, and so with this, we're able to reuse the scrap fabrics and create a new product with it. And it's also really neat because no matter how big or small your purchase is, this guy's a smaller one. On the inside, we have the artisan signature. So she hand stitches the item and then signs her name on it, which is really special, and it helps me connect with the mission. That's my favorite piece.
Building off the bags, I love the toiletry bag set. So these have been extremely popular on Madewell. We can't keep them in stock. And we just got a new shipment, so you guys should get on it. But they carry all of my shampoo and my straightener in this one, and all my makeup in this. And together I can do a little traveling, at least through my living room.
Yeah. And then we also have some really fun plush animals. So we have our cute little elephants, which elephants often mean good luck. So I think we could all use a little luck this year. So they come in quite a few different color ranges. All of them, again, are available on our website. And then we also have a cute bell totem, also bringing good luck with a little bell on the end. These are called prosperity pins, and it's another tradition in India. So awesome little gifts. Anything else, Colleen?
I got these bandanas, which we just restocked. So anybody who's been dying for a vintage bandana, we just added some to the website. You guys are first to get your hands on these little beauties.
Yeah, so if you didn't know, since COVID hit, we've had some difficulty sourcing vintage saris because typically our vendors will go door to door, and that's been cut back. So we will randomly get a bunch of like maybe 50 saris at a time. So it's really special, and I know a lot of you are wanting these right now and have been asking for them. So jump on the website. We have some available. We're really excited to share them. They're really beautiful.
Yeah, and with that, we're going to cut to another video and learn a little bit more about Anchal.
My favorite Anchal memory is, of course, working at Anchal. Colleen, Maggie, Natalie. I miss our Friday meetings in the office and otherwise. And I'm so proud to have worked for a company that has such amazing integrity and dedication to doing the right thing.
I support Anchal because it stands for women empowerment, women sisterhood relationships, and it really has inspired me to start my own business of supporting women here in my native country of Colombia.
I support Anchal because of their commitment to making positive change in this world.
My favorite memory of them is the first summer sale that I went to. I was surrounded by all these beautiful products, and I mean, how do you choose?
My favorite Anchal memory is receiving a handwritten note from one of the artisans in India that I helped support for a year.
One of my favorite memories was when Anchal did a collaboration with Urban Outfitters. I spent basically a whole day at Urban Outfitters with Maggie and Colleen, and we were just going through pieces and talking about how to pair everything and to really highlight the beautiful collaboration between Anchal's Kantha fabric and how Urban Outfitters really made a great line in collaboration with Anchal.
I think one of my favorite memories wasn't so much a specific thing, but it was more of one of my intern duties. It was going to the Dye-scape garden pretty much every day to water and maintain the garden, but most importantly harvest the dye plants and specifically the marigolds.
I would say my favorite Anchal memory is when I had the pleasure and truly the gift of visiting the artisan program in person in India with Colleen and her brother Tommy. I was always extremely passionate and believed in the work that was being done, but being able to see it firsthand was a life-changing experience for me.
I feel like in every product, the hopes and dreams of the woman who's made them, who's trying to better her life for her family and for her children, are woven into it. And I love bringing that energy into my home. There's Anchal blankets on all of our beds. I bought one for each of my daughters as they got older. And by having daughters, it's very important to me to teach them and to expose them to the plight of women and girls outside of our very fortunate bubble.
My favorite Anchal memory is their holiday trunk show, where not only was I able to get fabulous and conscious gifts, but I liked the vibe so much that I asked for their playlist and ended up building on it for my own company holiday party.
I am honored to be the chair of Anchal board and feel very fortunate to be working with Anchal Project and specifically Colleen and Maggie at this amazing organization. My favorite memory of Anchal is the first time I heard the story. Colleen was a speaker at Network of Entrepreneurial Women's Showcase event one year, and I was blown away by the plight of the women that they work with, how they have given futures to these women and their families. Some of their children are now working with Anchal. They have trained these women in skills of art and design and sewing beautiful scarves and quilts and pillows. And Maggie and Colleen have such huge hearts. They are so talented, and I am just so impressed by the work that they've done. Congratulations on your 10th anniversary, Anchal. Wishing you many, many more. Take care.
Then coming back to you with Colleen and Maggie, and I'm also going to give you a fundraising subtotal, little fundraising update. So we are at $3,850. That means yay! Thank you to our 3 new sponsors. So excited that we've got 3 new annual sponsors, and we have half the sewing machine. So we've got a little more time left, and we would love your help with finding another 4.5 sewing machine. So remind me a little bit about how much a sewing machine costs.
So in total, it's $250. This is for one woman, one artisan to work on. One of our project assistants who's in our workshop space every day, who is literally touching every piece that comes through. So not only do they prep all the material for the artisans with the sewing machine, but they finish everything as well. So all the zippers, all of the lining, everything gets touched with these sewing machines. And as we grow and develop more products, this has become extremely vital that we continue to add more sewing machines, but also more project assistants, which is great.
Absolutely, right? Yeah. I love that relationship between the artisans and the sewing machine, because without one, the other doesn't make any sense, right? Yeah. So let's make sure that our sponsors have sewing machines for their artisans. And we're talking, and I'm remembering my first sewing machine when I was 10 years old, sewing with my mom, and growing up in America. My mom couldn't buy saris here back in the 70s. We would buy big pieces of fabric, and mom would sew them.
So my grandmother taught me to embroider. That's when I first learned how to make. We made like a little towel, and I learned chain stitch, and that was like a distinct memory of how I learned how to sew. And then we started Anchal, and then I really learned how to sew on a machine.
Yeah, it's been a journey. I mean, I had no idea how to construct clothing pieces, and in the last 5-6 years, our skill set has there's your artists or artisans yourselves, but at your heart you're really entrepreneurs, and that really inspires me. Having been an entrepreneur myself, is the opportunity to watch the journey of two fabulous social entrepreneurs. And just want to talk a little bit about social entrepreneurship. It's a real passion of mine. To me, being a social entrepreneur is really about how can business make the kind of impact that our hearts know the world really needs. And, you know, I love when you tell the story about your first trip to India and that your heart heard an opportunity to really give women a livelihood, give them dignity, create a product, and use what fuels the world, business, to make a difference for women on a one-to-one basis, and then expanding it into anthropology and Madewell and urban outfitters. And so, you know, tell me, what does being a social entrepreneur mean to you, and how do you look at you're revolutionary to be marrying up business and social justice in this way?
To me, I think I love to just imagine a world where every business is a social enterprise. We should all be doing tactics, business practices that support people. And at the root, that is what I'm really driven by, is our business practices are doing good for people and the environment.
I think as designers, we're always focused on creative problem solving, and I think putting human beings as the kind of inspiration for that problem solving has been such a joy for us, because ultimately we want to provide opportunity, share love, show dignity. I mean, and respect. These women are more talented than anyone would ever imagine, and they don't get the attention they deserve. And that's what we find so much fun, and just having conversations with them, sharing laughter, sharing community, providing that opportunity to them, which is all they need and they deserve. And so I think for us, you know, having a way to like create and marry up design and social impact has been such a joy, I think, for us in the last 10 years.
And I love what you just said, that nobody would have known that this woman had this potential. But I would say that she knew it.
Yeah,
She knew that about herself, and you guys gave her an opportunity to unlock that and to make a difference for her family, for her community, for the workshop, and ultimately for herself. And that is priceless.
That's everything.
That's everything.
And they're such born leaders. And designers.
Yeah. So I'm so grateful to you as a person of Indian background, and we take our daughters to India every year or two, and I know the difference that you're making in the lives of women and everybody around them. So I just want to, before it's not my turn anymore, I want to say thank you, because I love you for that. And then I just want to talk a little bit about your model. So you are a nonprofit that is striving to be profitable, and that's another thing that I really love about what Anchal Project does. So right now, is it right, you guys are 75%?
We are. As of last year, so this year we're hoping for more, which is, you know, we started with just a little over 50% and have now continued to close the gap there. And that's funded by product sales alone. So our goal is to be 100% funded by products, and we're on the way. You know, and we're so proud to share that with our donors and supporters and say, you know, we are reaching that goal. We are making progress, and I think it's such a telling story to the talented artisans. You know, they're rising to the occasion. We're pushing to the next level every year, and we're excited for 2021. You know, we're ready to go for the next level.
Well, it's telling to you two women as entrepreneurs too, that you are not settling for taking handouts yourselves as an organization, and that you keep pushing yourself to build more, design more, sell more, and ultimately get this to be a profitable machine. So, yeah, amazing. So, before we get to another Zoom to hear some more interviews with the artisans, I just want to say thank you to our 3 new artisan sponsors, and thank you to that half a sewing machine that we counted about 10 minutes ago, and that half a sewing machine is looking for its other half. So we come in and help that one find its mate, and also we're looking for 4 more sewing machines tonight.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you.
During the lockdown, they didn't had any work, and husband was also was not working, and the best And that at least we had work and they got it on time when they needed the most. ये मैडम जब हम शुरू में करते थे जब पहली बार आए थे तो हमने सोचा कि ये काम तो हमारे So when she started, she was saying that when first time we came, I went back that this is very difficult. I'll not be able to manage. Then she came and then she started for in a 1 month she made only one quill. One of the quill she made had 210 patches.
I can't believe her first one had 200 patches. That's crazy.
उनको पता नहीं था आपके फर्स्ट रबिया में 200 पैच थे. We would like to thank you each one of them, whoever is buying our product and who's giving us an order also. She's thanking everyone and hoping to get more and more such orders. होती है कि भाई नहीं हमारा काम हो जाएगा तो वो आएगा मतलब जो खरीदते हैं ना उनके लिए तो हम बहुत खुश होते हैं कि भाई हमारा काम ले रहे हैं जल्दी आके दर्शन देना. She's saying that when are you coming? They all are missing.
I know.
At least she got to see you like this. When she joined here, she was just at home. She never went out. She didn't do any. After coming here, her household problems and everything got sorted. Husbands also supports and kids also supports her. Yeah, so everyone is supporting her, and that helps her kids' education and husband's confidence also. She's saying that Basanti has changed in a way that she takes care of her family very well. She pays for kids' education from the earning of Anchal. She had never gone out of her house, so she, whatever she is, because of Anchal, and she loves coming here, meeting all of us, talking to all of us, whatever issues she forgets that. It has changed a lot as a person. She earlier used to do the vintage sari product, and now there are many new designs. Earlier they used to take a lot of time to understand the new design and how to do working and all. Now it has become so easy that they just have to we have to tell them this is the way you have to do it, and they do it on their own. She said thank you, and she really likes that her products where all in the world goes and how many people appreciates their work. She really likes it to be here, and she's overwhelmed basically that
Yeah.
she's joined and she's part of this Anchal, and she feels this is her family.
Welcome, Natalie Officer. We're a little off frame, so hopefully that Natalie can be heard. She's an amazing local interior designer, and she's going to share a little bit about how to decorate your holiday table.
Hi guys, I'm safely 6 feet from everyone, just so that you know, and making it easier for people to hear at home. So I'm honored to be here tonight, super excited. I love Anchal. We mix it in on all of our lifestyles, our homes. People love it. They love the graphic, and we mix it with lots of other sheets and other pairings, other brands. So it's kind of fun to see it played out on a table. So we all know that Thanksgiving is going to be super special this year in a way that we didn't imagine. So So we're reimagining the table. We have actually used a classic Kampa quilt here from Anchal, and then we've layered it in with runners in a non-traditional way. Instead of going down the table, we wanted to kind of give it a new vibe. You only have 4 people or 8 people at your table this year. You should layer it in and make it special. We went ahead and put the prism runner on and then the arrow napkins, and we have them in 2 different kind of layouts. We have a presidential fold for someone who's a little more modern, a little more contemporary vibe, and then of course you have your standard napkin fold. One of the most embarrassing moments is when you go to someone's table, your mother-in-law, and you don't know how to set it properly. So I'm going to give you a salad fork, your regular fork, your knife goes toward the plate, your spoon protects you. Okay? So those are just important little details. And then if we've learned nothing this year, reading the room is huge. So reading the room this year and figuring out who's coming through, for your table of 4. So as you're setting your table, you're thinking about who has preferences for beverage. Is it bourbon? Is it wine? Keeping the glassware simple so you don't have the wrong glass is really important. If they're going to judge you while they're being fed, don't invite them. But definitely want to just keep it simple and keep it real with folks this year and not overdo it, because nobody can overdo it this year. We all have to be a little bit more conscious. So when I say read the room, I'm talking about gifts and giving people something small, something they can take home. In this case, if you're on Anchal, it might just be a meaningful and thoughtful card that says how you feel about them and placing that on the plate. It might be art, a pencil bag, or actually taking one of these bags and putting a gas card or a grocery card in it for someone that you know, or a donation to an organization that's important to them. In this case, we actually went with just a small candle. We like to support local, and Scout provided these candles, and then we got these great vintage little matches, so everyone kind of has a gift. But again, you can of course layer in more Anchal. We love that. You always have to have a beverage, so there's that. And then of course you want to have your floral. This year we are probably using a vase that someone gifted us. We're probably not going crazy and ordering flowers. Maybe even picking something from the garden. The flower we have is the kangaroo paw, and my partner Julie put this together because she's amazing, and she shared this with us. And then I really love adding something that can be reused or cooked. I think it's important. Don't really care if it is eaten at the table or if it just sits there. So persimmons are something beautiful to add to the table. They don't say Christmas, they don't necessarily say Thanksgiving. They're just a wonderful item that can be cooked down into a pudding. And then, of course, if your grandmother's coming, or if your aunt is coming, or maybe just your closest bubble person, put something on the table that they do. Showing them that you're thankful for them, they will be grateful when they walk in the door, and love will be an easy thing to bridge in a year where we really just struggle to connect and talk. And Julie, who's my great partner, she sent me this today, and she said she read the room, and that for this year, she got me this great book, which is Plan B. So everything about this year has just been about really being connected to the people that you love, understanding what their needs are, empathizing with them, and keeping it really simple and not making anyone feel alienated or uncomfortable. So that's kind of what we want to do on the table, that our table feel as warm and beautiful as a hug, because it's so hard connected to people this year in the way that it's supposed to. So we want to.
Well, it's perfect. I just want to say,
yes, please do.
I just want to thank Natalie for this beautiful display, for teaching us some tricks and tips for this Thanksgiving. I love the idea of putting a little gift that somebody brought you. I think that's the greatest way to decorate your table and remind everyone of the love and community that we all share. I also want to make a little announcement. Natalie has told us that she is going to sponsor 2 sewing machines for us. So, 2 and a half. So thank you, Natalie. traveling. I can't tell you, like, I've learned so much. I can't wait. This is exciting. I just have my first new house, so
yeah,
it's my first
Thank you for inviting me. I'll invite over.
Yeah, please do. Okay, we have one more video to share, and we'll be back in a few minutes.
I will definitely say that the masks have to top the list of my favorite product right now.
I absolutely love the Anchal handbag. I carry it every single day.
My favorite Anchal product, even though I'm wearing a bandana right now, is the square scarf because it's the best thing to take with you when you travel. I love it because it doubles as a scarf and a picnic blanket in a pinch.
Over the past 10 years, I've had many Anchal products, so I can't really pick a favorite because I love them all. I can, however, tell you that I have a favorite feature of each Anchal product, and that is the signature of the artisan who created it. Every time I wear a scarf or use a blanket or give a gift, I look for that signature. To me, it's its own little piece of artwork.
My favorite Anchal product is this lovely pillow. It's been my friend here for so long.
My favorite Anchal product is my makeup bag, which I use every day, and it's easy to take everywhere when I travel.
I've purchased just about everything that's been offered. I think I started off with scarves and then graduated to neckties and pocket squares for my sons, travel bags for myself, capes, shawls as gifts. Everything that I've ever purchased is still with me today and still very used. Probably my most favorite things are the big throws, and this has become my most precious, most memorable purchase ever from Anchal. Thanks, Anchal, for making more memories for us.
One of the best things is that we live in Louisville. And, you know, when we go to market and take our products to New York, it's a world that, you know, we're really grateful that we're here in Louisville because I think it gives us that autonomy to create in a little bit of a bubble of our own and not feel the pressures of comparison. If we were in New York, I think we would have really struggled with that.
We had a relationship that we built with America Ferrera, the actress, and she was going to do a campaign with us for scarves. And right before Maggie and I were going on that trip to India to kind of set up that campaign, I was diagnosed with stage 4 Hodgkin's lymphoma. So right immediately, my first question after that diagnosis to the doctor was like, can I still go to India? Which is like so absurd. For the next 6 months, I did chemotherapy, and Maggie was my caregiver, and we were still starting, you know, launching different lines and products and speaking to the artisans on a weekly basis, getting all of that produced while having this health challenge as well was, you know, pretty overwhelming for me to think about now. I'm like shocked that we overcame that together.
Yeah.
And Anchal, you know, came, you know, and is what it is today, you know.
It definitely brought us together, and I think that period has given us the strength to kind of face a lot of adversity. And, you know, when you kind of go through those really tough, raw moments, a lot of the other stuff feels less important. And I think because of that, we've also been able to like keep our heads down and really work on building this company together, and we don't get caught up in some of that noise anymore because I think we kind of had a really true understanding of what's important.
That's when my parents and my family really helped get us through that challenging time, and early supporters that have been along with our ride for the beginning.
Okay, welcome back, and we have two very, very special guests.
Yes, please. We're now bringing in our parents, Mom, Liz, Tom, so you're a part of our journey the whole way.
Yes.
Welcome.
Yeah.
So 10 years. They put up with this for 10 years.
Oh my gosh, you guys, 10 years. What did you think when Colleen said, Mom, Dad, I'm just back from India and I'm going to start a business? Go ahead.
Are you crazy?
No.
No, I really didn't think that. Colleen was inspired. She came back and she told the story of meeting women who really had no hope, and she had an idea of how she and others might be able to give them some hope, and it's been amazing to see it happen.
Well, these are our two biggest supporters. We honestly couldn't do it without them. I mean, they've been there for every event. Clearly, they're here tonight and come along the journey with us.
So, Liz, I have to ask you, is there a room in your house that doesn't have an Anchal product?
No. In fact, several.
And how many quilts do you think you have at this point?
Probably 40. Probably about 80 scarves.
Yeah, I mean, she's our biggest customer, best customer.
So there will be a day when there will be a museum, like a gallery show.
Yes.
That will be from the Liz Klein collection.
Yes, for sure. I really am. And I'm saving every article, every loose clipping, you name it. I'm saving it, and I'm never so proud. I mean, ever so proud of them. Just, they're my heroes.
Both of us have had the opportunity to go to India, meet the artisans, meet their children, and to see the change in their lives, and it's so very moving. And one other thing I would say is just watching these two is they're fearless. They take on challenges that most people would not, and they have overcome almost all of them. It's really impressive.
And I just want to say thank you all for being so generous from Louisville to beyond. When I used to help package the
shipments,
yeah. I mean, it was like Italy and Canada, and I was getting excited going, oh my gosh, we're all doing this.
Yeah. Well, I'm so glad you guys got to join us today. We're ever so grateful. We would not be here without you. So 10 years is like a big celebration for all of us.
Let's go 20.
Yeah, awesome. So I'll see you back in 10 years. Right? I'll be back here with you guys in 10 years. I just want to say congratulations to all four of you. What you have created together and put out to the world is so deeply inspiring. And your product is impeccable and beautiful. And I love watching your continuous evolution. So before we leave, I want to thank everybody out there for your very generous contributions to our 3 new sponsors. We now have 3 full sewing machines, which is really great. If you're so inspired, we're still looking for 2 more sewing machines. I promise you, Anchal is going to put them to good use as soon as we can order them. And I also want to say a really special thanks to everybody who participated in making this night the fabulous success that it has been. I want to thank our special guests. So we had Jason, Kate, Miranda, and Natalie. You guys are rock stars. Thank you so much. And I want to do a really special shout out to my friend Teresa Carpenter-Beams, who's on the board of Anchal, for creating the show's program and for being what's the word, uncompromising perfectionist editor. We love your work, and you're also just like a total rock star in my mind. So thank you everybody who made tonight happen. Thank you for everything you do to support Anchal Project. We love you, and we're so grateful. Thank you.
Yeah, so much. Thank you.
Have a good night.